Disappointing result last weekend, Darren. You're looking for a reaction from the players this week?
Yeah, the boys are upbeat. We've had a real good training week, and spirit in the camp's good. Fantastic.
And you've spoken about maintaining the good home form. You've got 2 home games in a row now, so you must be feeling positive going into those.
Oh, massively. I mean, to play against Portsmouth and Plymouth, I think it's important people don't just pick their games, because football don't work like that. You see end of season run-ins in the Premier League or whatever level you're playing at, and 9 times out of 10 the ones that you think you're going to win, you don't end up winning. And even though I thought Saturday was close, but we go into this game on Saturday against a good team, and but we got to make sure we keep our performance levels high. I thought that was the first time where I've talked about performances every week, and it was a little bit lower than what I expected for whatever reason. There were concerns because I think the journey, the travelling, it takes a lot out of you, and so we've got a lot of young players and experienced players within the group, and that's travel in itself. That's like travelling away, whether you're playing a Champions League game, and you got to prepare right. And for whatever reason, I'm not blaming anyone. I just felt we weren't as sharp as what we have been.
And they obviously face a Portsmouth side this week who are in quite good form. They beat Bristol Rovers last week, and they're 5th in the table. What are you expecting from them?
I'm expecting they play a counter-attacking game. They got some very good players in 1v1 situations. They got 2 centre halves that can head the ball, and they're a threat. They really are. I mean, Michael Smith, he's been League One, an experienced player that can score goals, and obviously players like Gary Roberts. And Gary Roberts got a very, very good career, and he gets paid very good money for the career that he's had. And but it's important we don't keep focusing on too much of the opposition, because we are in good form ourselves, apart from that hiccup on Saturday. And no one would have thought we would have gone to Wimbledon away and won 3-2. I mean, they won heavily on Saturday, so that was a great performance. And I'm making sure the lads are upbeat and stick to the objective of keeping the club in the Football League.
And obviously, due to the Plymouth game being postponed, it was 3 away games on the trot. Is it nice to be playing back at Hewish Park this weekend?
Yeah, it's good. It's nice to be back with the home supporters, because I just genuinely feel they've been turning up in their droves, home and away. And the support that they've given me as a manager, I want to make sure that every week they get something back. And that's big to me. They supported me as a player, and they certainly supported me through my car accident. And now they're supporting me as a manager. So I want to be able to make sure that I'm, passionate on that touchline, and the players show passion.
And Portsmouth probably have a big support as well. I think the away stand will be sold out this weekend. Expecting a good atmosphere.
Yeah, that's standard for Portsmouth fans to just travel, because I don't know. I think they had 20,000+ supporters on Saturday, so incredible support from them.
And we spoke about injuries earlier in the week. Compton was having a scan, I think, on Tuesday. Is there any update on his hamstring injury?
It's not as bad as what was first feared. I think it's going to be a couple of weeks, so we'll wait and see.
And is it similar with Kevin Dawson as well, with his ankle?
Yeah, Kev's getting better every day. I spoke to Kev today. He's in real good shape, so no, it's good.
He wasn't too disappointed then, just to have come back and then have that setback?
Yeah, it's obvious he's going to be disappointed, but that's what happens in football. You've got to get on with it.
And Darren Ward as well. Would he have played, last week if changes hadn't been different? There was potential he could have come on, made his comeback last week.
Yeah, he could have, but we spoke to Wardy before the game, and he didn't feel he was fit enough to start. So, it was a difficult decision. He had a real bad toe, a real badly bruised toe, and it looked sore. And there was risk there that what we didn't want to do with the next 2 games that we got coming up. We didn't want to be without our club captain again, because he plays a massive role in this football club, and we need him.
And I guess with Nathan Smith receiving that red card, he's got a 3-game ban now. He can slot in and fill in where Nathan was before.
Yeah, Nathan was doing great. I thought he was playing fantastic, even up until he got sent off. He's done very, very well since I've taken over as manager, but I didn't expect nothing less.
And there's no defensive worries at the moment because conceded from a set piece again at the weekend? Is that becoming a bit frustrating? Those sort of
I think
goals?
we have spoken to the player, the one individual, because it's happened twice now. Up until that, we sort of stopped it again and making sure that we go through our set plays for and against, because they're important. And we sat down, we spoke to the lad himself, because it is important, because we are a small team. The lads know that, and everyone carries out that responsibility when we do defend. So we'll be okay.
And just finally, Darren, John Fry spoke about the ownership of the club this week. As a manager, is that something you concern yourself about with the comments?
I mean, again, I don't think nothing's changed from the sale of the club. I've got to be honest, if someone wanted to give me double the amount for my house, I'll sell it tomorrow. And I think if someone comes along with the right price, every football club up and down the country have got talk about the same things. I mean, anyone nowadays can phone up and say, look, I want to buy your club. Anyone nowadays can say, I want to buy your club, and perhaps get a story out. But whether they can actually find the funds to buy the club and take the role and responsibility is two different scenarios. Because I can tell you now, you only got to look at Abramovich. He sat trying to starve off relegation, and I think if you was to look at his bank account, you'd be a little bit disappointed. And you find yourself Leicester, top of the Premier League. I wouldn't say they've spent loads of money, and they are where they are. So I don't know, I just think it's one of them things people talk about, and people talk about improving. Yeah, of course the club needs investments, but unless the right person comes along with enough money to take the club where they think they can take it, they also need experience. Because I think you could be in this job for 4 or 5 months, and you've only got to look at some of the takeovers at clubs. They've absolutely ruined them. So it is what it is. I don't really read nothing into it, because again, the most important thing is keeping this club in the Football League.